What if everyone could fly?
Just some rules that we came up with to start out with. So we said that the speed you can go is like bike speed, so it's like around 10 miles per hour-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes like the same amount of effort it takes to bike somewhere.
I figure you can also
Right.
I'm assuming you can like fly faster if you like try harder the way you can bike faster if you try harder.
Right, yeah. But
So-
like the average speed. Like,
Right, yeah.
That a normal person, yeah. And then you can carry stuff with you if you're flying, but it's like just as hard to carry, like you don't have super strength. You can carry normal stuff with you, but you get tired if you carry like heavier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some ground rules we started with. And the angle that I came on with this question was I wanted to look at how would the city be affected by this? Because I live in the city. I wanted to see like what would my life be like if everyone could fly. So the first thing that I thought of just for cities in general are skyscrapers, because they're all over the place in cities. And usually skyscrapers are like, in order to get to the top levels, you go inside on the first floor into the lobby, and there's an elevator that brings you up to whatever floor you want. But that's not really necessary anymore. Now you can just fly to the floor you want. So I don't think elevators would really be a thing. I mean, they might be a thing for like moving furniture and stuff, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have them for like.
Also, if you like break a leg or like an arm, can you still fly?
I don't know. I was thinking of that too. I never really decided.
It's magic.
Good question.
Because you don't use your legs to fly.
Do you have to flap your arms?
Like, if you break your arm, you can still walk. It's unrelated. So I think
Yeah.
if you break your leg, you can still fly. I don't know what you're using to fly.
I just spin my ding along a little, very, very fast.
Okay, Marcus.
Like a very sexy helicopter.
So instead of elevators, I think everyone, like the outside of all buildings would just, there'd be like front doors instead of windows. And you'd you'd still have windows, but there'd be a front door like on the side of the building. And everyone could just go to their apartment like that. And then to get to work, because a big part of city life is commuting to work, it's going to sort of change things. So I looked specifically at Boston, just like the commuting population in Boston. And there are, because we're in Boston, so it's relevant to us. So there are 318,000 workers in Boston that commute to work every day.
Ugh, no wonder it's so trafficy.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, 46% of those people drive to work. And then the rest of them either bike, walk, take public transportation, or work from home. So the amount of people that bike, because we were talking about biking speeds, only 1.7% people bike, which is pretty low.
Yeah.
And then 15.1% walk. So I think the people that bike and the people that walk, if everyone can fly at biking speed, there's really no reason to bike or walk to work. You're just going to fly
Right.
to work.
Yeah. I mean, even driving is like, if you're not too far, it's just like...
Yeah, so public transportation, 33% take public transportation. And to Marcus's point, it would, like, depending on your, like, the distance from work, flying could actually be more efficient. So I did, like, sort of an analysis on just using Google Maps. So I did my commute specifically at first. So I live 1.1 miles away from work, and I actually walk to work every day. So my walk is 22 minutes. And if I take the subway, it'll be 16 minutes. So it's a little faster on the subway.
Mm-hmm.
If I bike, it's 8 minutes. And if I fly at bike speeds,
Well, do tell.
yeah, if I fly at bike speeds, I can actually go in a straight line. I just go above all the buildings and go directly. That would only take me 4.8 minutes. So that's
pretty nice.
clearly the fastest.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a little further away, so I picked like a destination that was like 9 miles away. The subway would take 46 minutes. Biking would take 52 minutes. So the subway would be better than the bike at 9 miles. But flying, since you can go in a straight line, is still faster than the subway. It's 43 minutes. So, which is like just on the threshold. It's like just better than the subway. So 9 miles is basically the threshold of public transportation's efficiency.
Yeah. And you gotta worry about, like, it's the same thing with the bike problem, is that you can only use it on some days, because if it's like freezing
weather,
out or raining,
it depends on the weather.
You don't want to fly.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna be a little sweaty, because if you bike for 45 minutes, you're like, ugh.
Yeah. And I figure not everyone is gonna want to switch to flying just because convenience and like they don't want to put in the effort. Some of them will still take public transportation. So I wanted to figure out like exactly how many people would stay on public transportation. So I looked at the MBTA, that's the subway system in Boston, and they did a survey on satisfaction, and the average rating of satisfaction was 4.5 out of 7, which is like 64%. So the way I interpreted that, or the way I chose to interpret it, was that the other 36% are dissatisfied with the MBTA subway, and they would switch over to flying, and the rest of them would stay on the subway.
Right.
So that gives us a total number. So with the people that are switching from public transportation, the people that are walking, and the people that are biking, all those people make up all the flyers, and that equals 28.8% of the people in Boston that are flying.
That's going to be cool to see from like an airplane, like 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock whenever you leave for your work, and like just the people rise. Yeah.
Yeah. It's roughly 91,000 people. So it's a lot of people. And I don't know exactly how like the traffic would work, what the traffic situation would be. You need some sort of system, and I don't know what that system would be, but
right.
Maybe you have like different planes, because like if you're driving on the road, then you can't go off of the road. You have to stay on the road. So maybe we'll have like different levels that you have to stay on. You can't like go out of the plane of flight.
Well, knowing Boston, they'll find a way to still make your commute suck.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you can fly yourself.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll just be chaos. I don't know. If everyone's going in every direction, that's not going to work.
It'll probably be chaos anyway, but it'll be great because we'll all be flying, so we won't care.
Yeah, exactly. That's about as far as I went with my analysis. There would be a lot of people there flying, is my conclusion.
I could definitely fly from work. I'm like 2 miles from work, but it's like all standstill traffic. My bike time is the same as my drive time to work, which is very unfortunate.